You're just in a state of responsiveness. You're not in control of your day. Entrepreneurs, we have to control our day. And what I say earlier, when we win the morning, we can win the day.
Tony, we're back for another episode.
We are, man.
We're talking about the morning routine.
Morning routine. And this is really for anyone, but this is very specifically for the entrepreneur. And I'm kind of filming this for my own team even because this is the number one question that comes up. I'm busy. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a real estate agent. I'm a coach consultant. I'm owning a business. I'm trying to build a business and do everything else I'm supposed to do. Faith, family, fitness, finance. I've got too much to do. I've learned if you can win the morning, you can win the day. But winning the morning actually starts the night before. And I've, through the years of building 4 different businesses now, have developed what I feel is a winning morning routine without getting crazy with it. No, I don't do a cold plunge. I don't meditate for 5 hours. I do enough to prime myself, but then I get to the work, right? Because distractions destroy businesses. So that's what we're going to break down here today, giving you a simple template to follow to create a morning routine for success. And again, you take what I'm saying here and you apply it to you. You don't have to do what I'm doing verbatim. You don't have to do Tony Robbins' routine verbatim. Like I said, I don't do cold showers. I don't feel I need to do that. I get the health benefits of a cold plunge, but I'll be honest, I'm not waking up and doing that, So you got to find what works for you. If you're an entrepreneur and you ask 10 other entrepreneurs, what's your morning routine? You're going to get 10 different answers. Find what works for you. My biggest piece of advice before we get into my couple steps here, don't make it overly complicated. If it's a 5-hour process and you're up at 3 a.m, it just doesn't make sense, dude. It's not realistic. The best program is a question I always get as a dietitian. What's the best diet? The best diet's the one you can stick to. The best morning routine is the one you can stick to. What's the best rental property? The one that you can operate and own and stick to for the long run, right? So that's that. Night before you go to bed, and this is scientifically proven. As entrepreneurs, right, Nick, I'm sure the night before you're going to go do a shoot, you probably have so much running through your head, right?
Absolutely.
You ever sit in bed all night thinking about what you got to do the next day?
I used to.
Yes.
I used to.
Me too. I still kind of do. Harvard research, they study this and it's proven. You do what's called a brain dump the night before. And I love computers. I love Apple Notes, but I think there's something very powerful when you kinesthetically write things out. So I have a journal. I have 2 journals, actually, one for my MITs, which I'll talk about in a minute, and then one to just kind of document my journey. In my MIT journal, which stands for most important task, I get all the crap out of my head. Just do a brain dump. Spend 5 minutes. I need to follow up on this. I need to do this. I've got this idea. Get your ideas out. Get it out. Remove it from your subconscious so you don't toss and turn at night. Then you're going to write out your MITs for tomorrow. A successful today begins yesterday, okay? MITs, most important task. In business, there are 3 main components. I don't care what business it is, unless you're Elon Musk, but you and I are not Elon Musk, okay? For most of us watching this, we own small businesses. Small businesses mean 50 employees or less. There's money today, money tomorrow, maintenance. Nick, what do you think out of those 3, most people spend their time on? Money, future money, or maintenance, aka admin, aka random things?
Maintenance.
Yes. Checking email, checking my phone. I think the average person checks social media 11 times an hour. And your goal with social media is, if you're a business owner, you should create before you consume, right? Because people scroll and look, and then they're like, oh, I can't do this. They're so much better. She's so much prettier, blah, blah, blah. And then you don't create. So most people, they wake up in the morning, the first thing they do is they check their phone, they check their email, they do all the admin. Let me reply to emails. We're going to do money tasks first. So on your list, and you're only allowed to write 5 things down for tomorrow. That's it. Because if it's more than 5 things, you should be delegating that as a business owner. How do I make money today? For most of us, that's following up with leads. That's lead generation tasks, right? That's writing an email broadcast. Now, I understand if you're up at 5 a.m., you're not going to start calling people, but you can get your calls ready, get your calls organized for the day, right? So you're writing this to-do list the night before. Money. Okay, once I max out my money task, what's my future money? Let me write a blog post. Let me script out YouTube videos because I'm going to produce content that will lead to future customers. We create this content. It's not going to make me money today, but it will lead to customers and clients down the road. That's content, right? And then you get to your maintenance task. Maintenance is anything else. But when you do the money task first and the future money task first, if your day goes to shit, for lack of a better term, something happens, a tragedy occurs, and you got to stop working, but you did the money task first, you're set up for success. It's an old Dan Kennedy expression. Do one thing every day, first thing in the morning, to move the money needle forward. And I learned that very early on. I used to write down my whiteboard in my old office. Do one thing daily to move the money needle forward. And if you do that and nothing else gets done that day, you at least move the money needle forward. So that's what you're doing the night before. Brain dump, MIT list, then you go to bed. Now, a little weird, but I truly have been studying and really believe in the power of the subconscious mind. I give command, this is fucking weird, but I'm an open book, guys. I give commands to my subconscious. Your subconscious, so we have a conscious brain and a subconscious brain, right? Conscious is, I see Nick, I need to film a video. Subconscious is regulating heart rate, fucking all the billions of chemical reactions, your physiology, all those things going on. Your subconscious is what leads to your life, right? What you subconsciously accept or reject is what your life looks like, right? Your subconscious is most primed and receptive right before you fall asleep and first thing in the morning. And I learned this from, guess who I learned this from? Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin would give commands to his subconscious brain before going to sleep. I give commands to my subconscious. I will be fit. I will be healthy. I will wake up tomorrow with abundant energy. I will be wealthy. I will be successful. My family will be. I want them to be healthy, wealthy, and abundant. And I give these commands. And then when I wake up, trust me, I wake up kind of negative, but I condition my brain to be like, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm abundant, everything. One thing I say is what I'm seeking is also seeking me. What I'm looking for is also looking for me. And I pop up. Try it. I'm telling you, it can change your world. So that's all the night before. Let's get to the morning. So you did this, you primed your subconscious, you got your MITs ready, boom, you wake up, alarm goes off. What do? You don't hit the snooze. I get it, it's tempting. I get it. Trust me, I get it. And my wife was like the ultimate, I'm not throwing her under the bus, but she was the ultimate culprit of this. When you hit the snooze, you're doing two things. Number one, you are telling your subconscious, my goals aren't important. I mean, guys, the night before we set our goals and you wake up, you're like, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. I'm not the person who says you need to be up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I actually think that's bullshit. You need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. These people who are like, I only need 4 hours of sleep. Like Chris Crone, I love you, dude, but are you going to live a long time? I mean, it's scientifically proven. If you sleep less than, on average, 5 hours a night or 6 hours, you are taking years off your life. Now, if you're pharmaceutically enhancing some things and whatever, but dude, if I sleep for 3-4 hours, be realistic. So you say, I'm going to wake up at 6. Okay, great. You make a commitment. The alarm goes off and you say, forget it. You've just set up the whole day of saying, everything I've committed to, forget it. Let's say you doze back for 15 minutes and the thing goes off again. That was not productive sleep. That was not REM cycle sleep. You're going to feel even worse. And my wife even said that. She's like, the minute I stopped doing that, I didn't realize I was so groggy all of those days. And when I actually just woke up, when I said I was going to wake up, my energy was so much better. So you get out of bed when the alarm clock goes off. Then what I challenge you to do is say no to all things that are going to depress or discourage or get in the way of your goals. So I say no to the news. I say no to social media. I say no to eating right away because I found for me, eating right away zaps my energy. I say no to sugary drinks and all that. I just do 2 shots of espresso and water with electrolytes and BCAAs in there. I say no to talking to my wife for the first 2 hours. Say hi, good morning, whatever. It's me time. Create a list of things you need to say no to, because if you're not winning your mornings, you're probably saying yes to things you don't need. Sugary food, sugary drinks, the news. First thing you do is go on social media and the news. Come on, these things are manipulating your brain. So you say no to these things. Then I said, I don't talk to my wife. What's that mean? I pour into myself first. If you're an entrepreneur, people are tapping into you all day long. Your team's tapping into you, your clients are tapping into you, your customers are tapping into you, your lawyers, your accountants, whatever. You've got to pour into yourself. So I say no to all those things. I wake up upstairs. My office is downstairs in my home. I come down, make my 2 shots of espresso, let my dogs out, water, electrolytes, whatever. Office, boom, MIT list, ready to go. But before I even break into that, it's me time. Journal. I write out all my goals as if they're accomplished. Write out all your goals as if you've already accomplished them. Do that every day for a year. Watch what happens. It's the law of attraction. I say it, I speak it, I believe it, it comes to me. I read something positive, something uplifting, a biography, something about personal development. Your income will never exceed your level of personal development. Read, take 15. I'm not telling you need to spend an hour. I spend an hour on myself. It might only be 15 minutes for you. So I already know someone's saying, but Tony, I got kids. Cool. Wake up a little bit earlier, spend some time on you before you spend time on everyone else. If you're just giving and you're not filling up your own cup, you're not able to give as much. So that's where I challenge you on that. Then MIT list. Now, Nick, why do you think we don't want to wake up, maybe even do the personal development stuff, do all that, say no to social media, say no to the news, but then open up our computer and be like, what the f am I supposed to do today? You're going to spend an hour putzing around. And you're like, well, okay, it worked. Guys, remember, as entrepreneurs, we only get paid for done. Movement and accomplishment are 2 different things. And this is the biggest struggle I see with most newer entrepreneurs. They think busy equates to success. It doesn't. Accomplishment equates to success. You only get paid for done. So you can't wake up and just be like, okay, what do I need to do today? Because you're already behind. You're already behind the 8 ball. So now you open up that MIT list that we set the night before. Bam, we start attacking it. Money task first, future money task. In 1 hour, I challenge you, take 1 uninterrupted hour. So like I wake up around like 5:30. It's just naturally what feels good to me. Personal development, 30 minutes to an hour. MITs, an hour. No distractions, no social media, no news, no husband or wife. Just give yourself that 1 hour. Remember, what we say no to helps us grow. You'll be surprised what you can accomplish. Then if the whole day blows up from there, you've at least moved the money needle forward. Then I go to the gym. I'm a morning workout person, but I believe fitness is super important because again, you take care of your health. There is no wealth without health. That's the morning routine for success. Give it a try, implement it, push yourself to do it, have some level of consistency and do it for enough time to where you can start to see the results. It will change your life, but you should never wake up in a reactive state of like, oh my God, look at what's on social media. Oh my God, look at the news. Oh my God, oh, my kids are saying this and my wife's saying this or my husband's saying this and you're just in a state of responsiveness. You're not in control of your day. Entrepreneurs, we have to control our day. And what I say earlier, when we win the morning, we can win the day. All right, so if you enjoyed today's episode, we want to hear from you. We want to get your feedback. I love when we get comments. I love when we get feedback. I hate just doing a video and not hearing from you. So here's what I want you to do. Number 1, drop a comment. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you want to see more of? What are your thoughts? If you have any questions, put them below. If you notice, guys, I respond to all of my comments personally, and I'm always going to do that. So drop a comment below. Be sure to like the video because it helps us get to more people on YouTube. Be sure to share the video. If it's helpful, please just share it with a friend. That would be a huge value add to us. I have a couple free resources for you. Number 1, you want to learn more about wealth creation, the mindset around wealth, how I went from working in my business, building a business to investing into real estate, all from starting from scratch with food stamps, Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Get my book. It's called The New Rules to Financial Freedom. It sells for $19 on Amazon, but you can get it for a free digital download by clicking the link in the description. If you want to learn more specifically about real estate investing, the BRRRR strategy, how we've grown our portfolio, I have a free masterclass that people paid $3,000 to come live in person in California to learn in person with me teaching that room, but you can get that masterclass for absolutely free by clicking the link below. Finally, if you want to invest into real estate in Michigan, and maybe you're from Michigan, maybe you're not from Michigan, or you want to learn more about our brokerage, the Stephan Group, and either join our team as an agent, invest with real estate, or have us help you get into cash flow producing real estate, click the link below, Stephan Group Real Estate, fill out that quick expression of interest form. Someone on our team will reach out to you, set up a call, learn more about you and your goals, see how we can add value to you. Until our next episode, thank you so much for being here. We'll talk soon.